Your Excellencies, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Nyo Kim Hui, Liang Jinghui, Managing Director and Chair of Greater China at the World Economic Forum. Welcome to the 17th annual meeting of the New Champions, often called Summer Davos. Welcome to Dalian, a vibrant city where the mountains meet the sea. Welcome to the Dalian International Convention Center. This was built 15 years ago with Summer Davos in mind, specially designed to inspire conversation, connection, and community. I hope you are enjoying this space. On behalf of the World Economic Forum, I would like to express our deepest appreciation to the government of the People's Republic of China, Liaoning Provincial Government, and the Dalian Municipal Government for the strong partnership in co-hosting this meeting. I would also like to thank all 14 co-chairs of this meeting for your leadership, guidance, and support. Summer Davos is about the future, frontier technologies, fast-growing enterprises, next-generation leaders, emerging economies, and new development models. The theme for this year is innovating at scale. Even as we focus on geopolitical and economic realities, technology breakthroughs, and the next big IPO, we need to put as much attention, if not more attention, to take a long view and look at how we can build and strengthen institutions, skill and reskill the workforce, and be a better steward of the environment. So other than sharing insights on the latest trends and developments, we want this meeting to catalyze ideas on how we can innovate at scale, find common ground, and advance the common good. The global economy, our societies and physical environment are interconnected and interdependent. Innovating at scale requires a systems lens, a holistic approach, and a multi-stakeholder strategy, balancing local realities with global ideals. This is why Summer Davos brings together leaders from diverse backgrounds and geographies. This year, we have more than 1,800 leaders across 90 geographies, including more than 200 technology pioneers and innovators. As we address the immediate risks and opportunities in our landscape, we can build businesses, development models, and economic systems to better serve people and planet. Every intention matters. Every action can make a difference. 千里之行，始于足下. Or to quote Machado, a Spanish poet, pathfinders, there is no path. The path is made by walking. I invite you to fully engage in this meeting and to walk the talk with intentionality. Together, we can innovate at scale and build a better, brighter future for all of us. And I wish you all a very successful meeting. Thank you. It is now my great pleasure to invite Liaoning Shen Shenjiang Wang Xingwei, Governor of Liaoning Province, Wang Xingwei, to deliver his welcome remarks. Wang Shenjiang, 请.
Your Excellencies, guests, ladies and gentlemen, friends, the city of Dalian in June has its best season. At such a beautiful moment, we are gathered here together to attend the grand opening ceremony of the 2027 Summer Davos. At the outset, please allow me, on behalf of the Liaoning Provincial Party Committee and the People's Government, to extend my warm congratulations to the convening of the forum and warm welcome to all the leaders and guests, and also express our sincere gratitude to all the friends from home and abroad who have long been concerned with the development of Liaoning province. Openness and cooperation represent the overall historical trend, and win-win cooperation is the common aspiration of humanity. President Xi Jinping stressed that openness holds the key to development, and through openness we can enjoy greater cooperation and also promote innovation for shared benefits to advance economic globalization and continuous development to empower different countries to gain stronger momentum, we can make the outcomes of development shared more equally among all peoples. This year's forum attracts over 1,700 guests from over 19 different geographies to jointly discuss the theme of innovating at scale so that we can explore ways for empowering economic transformation via technologies and lead cooperation and development with innovation. Liaoning province is an important industrial base in China. It enjoys a unique geographical position and a solid industrial basis. It is also home to very rich scientific and educational resources and a splendid natural landscape and unique historical culture. President Xi Jinping attaches great importance to the development of Liaoning province in the new era of development under the framework of rejuvenating northeast part of the country. Liaoning has been making earnest endeavor to earnestly implement the guidance of President Xi and to seize the opportunity bestowed upon us by the time. We make efforts to give best play to our unique advantages by focusing our unique strength, strengthening scientific, technological innovation and industrial upgrading, and also make the best of our own advantages by enhancing productivity to strengthen our modern industrial system and opening up wider to the outside so that we can write a new chapter in the journey of Liaoning province development. As the host of Summer Davos, we also make our utmost efforts to provide the best service to ensure that this year's forum is another resounding success. We also cordially invite all of you to visit Liaoning province to explore opportunities for cooperation so that we can jointly write this new brilliant chapter of development. Let me conclude by wishing a resounding success to this year's forum. Thank you.
Thank you, Wang Xingwei, Shen Zhang, for your very insightful and exciting remarks. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in extending our warmest round of applause to welcome His Excellency Li Qiang, Premier of the State Council of the People's Republic of China, Co-Chair of the Board of Trustees, as well as the President and the CEO of the World Economic Forum, and our distinguished heads of government. May I now invite Alois Zwingli, President and the CEO of the World Economic Forum, to give his remarks. Alois, please.
Your Excellency, Premier Li Qiang, distinguished heads of governments, ministers, excellencies, friends, ladies and gentlemen, good morning and welcome to the annual meeting of the New Champions 2026. It is a great honor to open this plenary here in China, a country with which the World Economic Forum has shared a long and meaningful relationship. That relationship began more than 4 decades ago when China first participated in the annual meeting in Davos in 1979. Since then, the dialogue between China and the Forum has grown steadily, from Davos to Dalian to Tianjin and to many other platforms of cooperation, reflecting a shared belief that sustained engagement can help build understanding, trust, and practical solutions. The annual meeting of the new champions is a particularly important expression of that partnership. Since its launch in Dalian in 2007, this meeting, often called Summer Davos, has become a global platform for entrepreneurship, innovation, and collaboration. It brings together leaders from government, business, academia, civil society, and the next generation to address the challenges and opportunities shaping the future. This year's meeting takes place at a moment of profound transformation. The global economy is facing uncertainty, fragmentation, and uneven growth. Technology is advancing with extraordinary speed. Artificial intelligence, advanced manufacturing, clean energy, biotechnology, and digital systems are reshaping industries and societies. At the same time, the world's most urgent challenges, from climate change and energy security to supply chain resilience and inclusive growth, cannot be solved by one country, by one company, or one institution alone. In this context, China's role is essential. China is a major engine of the global economy, a center of manufacturing and innovation, and an increasingly important contributor to technological progress and international cooperation. The scale of China's market, the strength of its industrial base, and the dynamism of its entrepreneurs matter not only for China, but for the world. China's advances in areas such as green technologies, digital infrastructure, mobility, life sciences, and artificial intelligence are helping to shape the next chapter of global growth. These advances also create important opportunities for cooperation that can help ensure technology serves people, supports productivity, advances sustainability, and contributes to shared prosperity. At the World Economic Forum, we believe that dialogue is not an end in itself. Dialogue leads to understanding. Understanding leads to trust, and trust leads to collaboration and action. That is why this meeting is so important. It provides a space where leaders can look beyond immediate pressure and focus on what can be built together. Your Excellency, Premier Li, on behalf of the World Economic Forum, I would like to express our sincere appreciation for your continued support of this meeting and the Forum's engagement with China. Your presence today sends a strong signal of China's commitment to international dialogue, openness, and cooperation at a time when the world needs these qualities more than ever. I would also like to thank our hosts in Dalian, the government of the People's Republic of China, our partners, and all participants who have joined us from around the world. Your presence here reflects a shared conviction that innovation, when guided by responsibility and cooperation, can help create a more resilient, inclusive, and sustainable future. It is now my great honor to invite His Excellency Li Jiang, Premier of the State Council of the People's Republic of China, to deliver his remarks. Premier Li, the floor is yours.
Your Excellency's Co-Chair, Andrei Hoffmann, and President, Alois Zwingli. Your Excellencies, leaders of participating countries. Your Excellencies, heads of international organizations. Distinguished business leaders, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning. It's my great pleasure to join you, friends, both old and new, here in the beautiful city of Dalian for the annual meeting of the New Champions 2026. On behalf of the Chinese government, I wish to extend warm congratulations on the opening of the meeting and express heartfelt thanks to you all for your long-standing, strong support for China's economic development. The theme of this year's meeting, Innovating at Scale, points to a critical factor in global economic development today. As President Xi Jinping noted, innovation drives development, and innovation shapes the future. Let me take this opportunity of today's gathering to share with you China's innovation stories and offer some thoughts on global innovation cooperation based on China's economic development practice. I have three thoughts here. My first thought is, entering the 15th Five-Year Plan, China's economy has made new headway while navigating a changing situation. The year 2026 marks the launch of China's 15th Five-Year Plan for Economic and Social Development. Since the beginning of this year, there has been increased volatility in the international landscape as geopolitical conflicts erupted one after another. Global economic recovery, fragile as it was, has now come under greater strain. Against this backdrop, China's economy got off to a good start. It withstood the challenges, forged ahead, and demonstrated stronger resilience and a promising outlook. So the overall performance can be summarized in four keywords. Keyword number one, stability. China's economy grew by 5% in Q1 and has maintained a sound momentum. In Q2, we are seeing growth in corporate profits, a moderate rebound in prices, and continued improvement in people's livelihood. Stability may not seem much on an ordinary day, but when China's economy at a massive volume of 140 trillion RMB yuan continues to register steady and healthy growth despite the shocks of global energy shortages and severe supply chain disruptions. When it continues to bring much needed certainty to this increasingly uncertain world and plays a vital role as a safe harbor, such solid and robust stability is all the more precious. Keyword number two, innovation. I bet you are well aware that after years of endeavor and accumulation, China has become a hub of rapidly emerging new technologies, new products, and new business models. In the first half of this year, multiple types of commercial rockets have been successfully launched, and technologies such as quantum information, integrated circuits, and nuclear fusion have been advancing at an accelerated pace, Most notably, the AI sector has seen explosive growth. Several major AI models have reached new milestones in performance. And our daily token usage has hit several hundred trillion by the end of May, and that ranked first in the world. And embodied intelligence has moved into large-scale commercial application. With brilliant frontier innovations quickly sparking off a sweeping transformation of growth drivers, China's economy has taken on a new look and gained renewed energy. Keyword number 3, dynamism. China's supersized market continues to unleash demand potential, especially in services, green, and new types of consumption. Tourism, performing arts, and sports events easily draw large crowds, with tickets often sold out in seconds. Consumer favorites such as smartwatches, smart glasses, and other smart devices have seen sales multiply. In addition, here in China, flows of people, goods, information, and capital are highly vibrant. Over 550 million express deliveries are handled per day. That is more than the total of all other countries combined. All these are all vivid footnotes to the surging vitality of China's economy. They are also the true reflections of the dynamism of the Chinese market, and they embody the rich diversity and high growth potential of China's domestic demand. Keyword number 4, integration. At a time of rising unilateralism and protectionism, China remains as committed as ever to opening up further. We have extended zero tariff policies to 63 countries. We stayed as the world's second largest import market for 17 years running. And in the first 5 months of this year, we recorded an import growth of 20.5%. That's significantly higher than our export growth. Since last year, we have also launched a number of export to China promotional events to make available more channels for high-quality foreign products to enter the Chinese market. That has been well received by countries around the world. What I want to stress here is that for China, our integrated development with the world has never been an expediency, but a strategic decision made in line with the trend of history and based on our own development philosophy. In pursuing development, China does not seek to move faster by going alone. Rather, we want win-win cooperation with all in the world so that we can go far together. These 4 keywords, stability, innovation, dynamism, and integration, together present a comprehensive outlook of China's economy. They sketch out both the current picture and future trajectory. We are confident and capable of sustaining and harnessing this strong momentum so as to keep writing new chapters in China's high-quality development. That's my first thought. My second thought is innovation-driven development is the key to China's long-term, steady, and sustained economic success. Over the years, China's economy has maintained steady and healthy development. And I think this can be attributed to two critical factors, namely the stable environment and the strength of innovation. The stable environment in China, I believe, is widely recognized, and many of you know this from personal experience, so I will not elaborate here. As for the strength of innovation, the visible outcomes and vibrant activities tend to attract more attention, while the strenuous efforts and long-time dedication that contributed to the successes in innovation are not always fully appreciated. So, in this connection, I wish to underscore three key messages. Message number one, China's innovation has been forged through relentless, painstaking effort. We are well aware that there are no shortcuts in sci-tech research, and no one can copy their way to an innovation edge. There has to be solid, hard work to tackle tough challenges. In recent years, in order to achieve greater self-reliance and strength in science and technology, we have steadily increased input into sci-tech research. During the 14th Five-Year Plan period from 2021 to 2025, our total R&D expenditure grew by an average of 10% annually, making China the world's second largest R&D spender. Last year, basic research accounted for more than 7% of total R&D expenditure, setting a new record in history. And during this process, Chinese enterprises have done an amazing job. They have demonstrated unyielding resilience and steadfast dedication. Many industry leaders have endured operational pressures brought about by prolonged and costly R&D commitments. Some incurred heavy losses at certain stages, and others faced unfair external suppression. Despite all this, none of them ever wavered in their commitment. And their perseverance has finally paid off. One typical example is Huawei. The company has suffered financially under technological blockade. But instead of cutting costs on R&D, we've learned that Huawei invested over 1 trillion RMB yuan in research over a period of nearly 10 years. And it is thanks to this substantial input into R&D that Huawei achieved a host of breakthroughs in hardcore technology. This year marks the start of the 15th Five-Year Plan. And during this period that ends in 2030, we will further strengthen research on key technologies, We will significantly raise the proportion of basic research funding. We will continuously enhance the capacity for original innovation. All this will provide an inexhaustible source of energy for the innovation and high-quality development of China's economy. That's my first message, that China's innovation has been forged through relentless, painstaking effort. And my second message is that China's innovation has been tempered through extensive applications across multiple industries. Science and technology thrives in application. The most difficult leap in innovation is often not the one inside the lab, but the one across the Darwinian Sea that separates the lab from the market. The key, therefore, lies in better connecting science and technology with industry. After years of pursuing innovation-driven development, China has blazed a successful path by which sci-tech innovation spearheads industrial innovation, and industrial upgrade propels sci-tech evolution. On the one hand, rapid sci-tech progress is the wellspring of industrial development. In recent years, we have made active explorations in frontier and emerging sectors and achieved a large volume of innovation outcomes that have given birth to many new industries. As you know, the vigorous growth of China's new energy and intelligent connected vehicle industries, for example, has been enabled by our sci-tech breakthroughs in new materials, power batteries, and communications technology. These innovations not government subsidies, as some have speculated, are the core competitiveness of Chinese products. We don't have enough money to do all these subsidies, to be very frank. It's mainly because of the big market for these new products. And our development in science and technology has been the wellspring of industrial development, as I have stressed. And on the other hand, China's massive application scenarios provide a powerful incubator and training ground for new technologies. China has a complete industrial system and a big market. So a promising sci-tech outcome backed by China's manufacturing strength can be rapidly turned into real-world consumer goods. Likewise, a niche product placed in a market of 1.4 billion consumers has the potential to grow into a sizable business and even a big industry. Last evening, I knew from the news that the China Supply Chain Expo, China International Supply Chain Expo, and one exhibitor said to the press during an interview that he said in his country, the period from invention to real-world application would take one whole year. But in Shenzhen, it took only 1 week to turn from that blueprint into real-world products. But he may be just polite because he was in China. But to be frank, our strong manufacturing industry as well as strong and complete industrial system, can turn even a very niche product into real-world products. That is our strength. So, with broad participation across all sectors, with frequent feedback from countless users, and with repeated refinement across diverse scenarios, all the new technologies have been able to evolve and upgrade continuously through large-scale applications. Going forward, we will promote deeper integration between sci-tech innovation and industrial innovation. We will expand effective domestic demand. We will accelerate the large-scale application of new technologies and products. And we will strengthen the mutually reinforcing cycle of sci-tech advances and industrial development. That's my second message.
My third message is that China's innovation has been nurtured in an enabling environment. Innovation today, as you know, is highly complex and systemic, requiring larger scale resources input, stronger supporting measures, and a more enabling institutional environment. For years, China has worked hard to enhance its systemic innovation capacity and achieved remarkable results. We have been increasing support in resources and factors production, putting in place a diversified investment system with enterprises leading the way, government providing guidance, and society participating. Now, R&D investment by enterprises has accounted for nearly 80% of China's total R&D spending. So our enterprises are really incredible and forward-looking. And we have been building a batch of major sci-tech research facilities and infrastructure. And training some 7 million university graduates in science, engineering, agriculture, and medicine every year. We have prioritized building innovation platforms. Of the world's top 100 innovation clusters, 24 are in China, topping the Global Innovation Index ranking for 3 consecutive years. Professional, differentiated, and specialized industrial clusters spread across the country. From the 1-hour electronic information innovation circle in the Yangtze River Delta, the 1-hour motorcycle industrial circle in Chongqing, to the 30-minute supporting circle in Shenzhen's Robot Valley. These platforms have incubated a large number of high-tech enterprises as well as little giants that use specialized and sophisticated technologies to produce novel and unique products. Moreover, we have deepened reforms of systems and institutions, introducing a series of new policies and new measures in intellectual property rights protection, risk sharing, innovation incentives, and other areas. Going forward, we will continue to improve the innovation ecosystem and speed up the development of infrastructure, including new type power grids, computing power networks, and new generation telecommunication networks, so as to effectively remove barriers to better resource allocation and keep unlocking and unleashing the innovation dynamism of the whole society. China's rapidly growing innovation capacity has been widely welcomed and recognized by most in the world. Some, however, respond differently. They are anxious about China's sci-tech and industrial innovation. And for various reasons, even come up with some unfriendly narratives. For instance, the so-called China Shock 2.0, as reported by some media outlets. They claim China's development is a shock to the world. But as I have noticed, in the recent discussions about this narrative by some institutions and media outlets, there are more mentioning of an opposite term, that is China Opportunity 2.0, not China Shock 2.0. They believe China's development provides opportunities for the world. In the past, China's big market and low-cost production factors had provided market dividends for the world. Today, while continuing to provide even greater market dividends, China is also offering more and more innovation dividends with its technological progress and industrial upgrading. What these combined dividends generate for the world are greater opportunities and potential of development. For enterprises around the world, China Opportunity 2.0 means across-the-board innovation empowerment and high-return investment opportunities. As we have seen, a growing number of foreign enterprises have come to China to set up research centers and regional headquarters and become deeply integrated into China's innovation and industrial chains. This is a clear shift from made in China to created in China. In 2025, 14,000 foreign-funded enterprises were established in the fields of scientific research and technological services, up by 27.2% year-on-year. Here in China, enterprises from various countries can quickly find whole process partners from R&D to prototyping and to mass production, making innovation easier and more efficient. This not only helps companies succeed in the Chinese market, but also boosts their global competitiveness. At the same time, fast-growing Chinese innovative enterprises can also generate returns for investors across the world that could be several or even dozens times the original capital. And this reminds me of my hometown, Hangzhou. There is a very popular company, Unitree, and we can see the performance of their robots. 10 years ago, more than 10 years ago, when I was the governor of Zhejiang province, Unitree was still a small company. When I left Zhejiang in 2016, the company was only valued at just over 10 million RMB yuan. But now, the company is worth 42 billion yuan, several thousand times increase in just 10 years' time. The number of Chinese enterprises with such potential is still growing, not just Unitree. Recent months have seen faster flow of global capital into China's technology assets. For global development, China Opportunity 2.0 means more accessible advanced technologies and widely shared outcomes. China is committed to an open approach to innovation much of its innovation is open source. This enables more countries, particularly developing countries, to access affordable new technologies and new products, which has enhanced their development capacity and can help address many difficulties holding back global development. Today, China's large open source AI models have been downloaded by over 10 billion times globally in cumulative terms. Large-scale scientific facilities in controlled nuclear fusion, quantum technology, and other areas are open to the whole world. And the Tiangong space station is set to welcome foreign astronauts. And you may have seen relevant media reports. These are proof enough that what China's technologies and products in emerging areas bring to the world are not shocks or threats, but opportunities and empowerment. And this is my second thought. My third thought is that innovation cooperation is an imperative for tackling global growth predicament. Throughout China's development, innovation has played an irreplaceable and pivotal role in the broader global economy. It stands as a vital pathway to counter downward pressure and reignite growth momentum. At present, global innovation activities have taken on new characteristics and trends unlike anything seen before. First, never before has technology advanced so fast, but the risks of losing control is notably rising. In particular, AI has vastly enhanced innovation efficiency, with breakthroughs emerging on all frontiers. Some call this the Cambrian moment of the intelligent age. But we have to see that the risks of losing control and ethical lapses are also mounting in the new landscape. Without commensurate governance, the fallout could be severe. Second, never before has innovation been so deeply interconnected. Yet, the barriers to collaboration are increasing. Collective efforts that cross disciplines and national borders have become the mainstream and necessity of innovation. Yet, technological walls, barriers, and blockades are also growing more pervasive in some parts of the world. I believe innovation that truly transforms and benefits the world must always open up to and embrace the world. In this new landscape, only through stronger cooperation can we generate more breakthroughs. And only through stronger cooperation can we rise to the diverse risks and challenges before us. We should deepen connectivity and collaboration to build greater synergy for innovation. In this new round of technological revolution and industrial transformation, no country or company can succeed alone. An interconnected global market enables more efficient flow and allocation of production factors and significantly reduces innovation costs. An inclusive and collaborative innovation network allows ideas to interact and converge more freely, accelerating breakthroughs in frontier technologies. China will integrate more proactively into the global innovation and industrial chains, work with all sides to build an open world economy, jointly safeguard stable and smooth global industrial and supply chains, foster more innovation outcomes, and strengthen the drivers of growth. We should harness technology for good and more effectively advance collective governance. Innovation drives humanity's quest for a better life. Advanced technologies should serve as tools that benefit people across countries, rather than sources of chaos that undermine peace and stability. This calls for better coordination between development and security, and a joint effort to improve global governance so that technological progress always reflects humanity's common values and advances global peace and development. China will continue to participate in global governance in AI and other areas in a responsible and constructive manner, and work with all sides to improve rules, enhance regulatory effectiveness, mitigate risks, and better promote shared development. Ladies and gentlemen, friends, enterprises are the principal force of innovation, and entrepreneurs bear the key responsibilities of making it happen. I encourage you to be pioneers of innovation. Look beyond today's contested red oceans toward the vast blue oceans ahead. Use innovation to expand the global market pie and to win the future for your businesses. I encourage you to be champions of win-win cooperation. Support, join, and advance global innovation cooperation. Tear down walls and build bridges. Generate fresh ideas through exchange and grow together by enabling each other's success. I encourage you to stay the course with China and put down deeper roots in this market. No matter how the world changes, China's door will only open wider. We will expand market access, fully enforce national treatment for foreign enterprises, and keep fostering a world-class business environment. We warmly welcome businesses from around the world to China to invest and do business here, share in the new opportunities we offer, and join us in building a brighter future. To conclude, I wish this year's annual meeting a full success. Thank you.
Your Excellency, Premier Li Jiang, your speech has set a thoughtful and forward-looking tone for this annual meeting of new champions. At a time of deep transformation in the global economy, your reflections on innovation, openness, cooperation, and shared development are both timely and highly relevant. The reiteration of China's continued opening up and China's call for multilateralism and global cooperation will continue providing opportunities for global communities. Premier Li, thank you once again for joining us today. and for sharing your vision with this international community. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in thanking His Excellency Premier Li Jiang, and the opening plenary is now concluded.